Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Tiny Talks. I'm Roman and I'm with Lorraine today. We are both from the marketing department, and we are going to talk to you about the remote work and how to secure your business data without violating your employees' privacy. So to introduce today's topics, we have including a percentage from an Eventy report. So as you can see, 44% of employees use their personal smartphone to access personal resources, and 78% of them do so when it's formally forbidden by the company, which is quite significant, but fortunately, there are solutions that allows this practice to be authorized in a secure manner, and that's what we are going to take a look at today. So, why allow personal and professional use in remote work? The first one is potential savings from the company. The company can choose to allow employees to use their own devices for work, managing the professional part, of course, which we'll look at with Lauren in a few minutes. This means that the company does not have to purchase equipment, thereby saving money. There is also the fact that employees are already familiar with their devices, so there is no need to train them, which also saves money. Next, we have work-life balance. Being able to use the same device for both your private and professional life allows for a good balance between the two, as both parts are clearly separated on the device, and the professional area can even be muted. And the last point is instant accessibility. Not having the two devices means you can access everything from a single terminal, whether you're on the move, for example. Let's imagine an employee has to deal with a personal emergency. They don't have to take out their personal device. Now, what questions should be asked? The first one, yes, is are sensitive data files stored on the employee's personal device? This involves knowing whether their device allows them to access the company's internal systems, the CRM with all customers' data, etc. Um, is there a code or password to unlock the device? It's also an important questions to ask before. Um, who Yes, sorry. Who regularly access the employee's device, particularly within the household? Um, the problem with using your personal device for work is that children may use their parents' phone and install dangerous apps or other files, and it's therefore important to be aware of this. Does the employees use a secure Wi-Fi network to connect to the internet? We know that Wi-Fi networks can pose a threat to data stored on mobile devices, and ensuring that employees' connections are secure is essential. And the last question, is there a clear policy in case of loss or theft of the device? It's also very important not to leave professional data lying around if someone stole the device. Now, um, what are the risks associated with using a device when working remotely? Um, the barrier between professional and personal life is limited, and the risk in terms of professional data security is more than present with a data leakage, for example. If the device is lost or stolen, or if work data is stored on an insecure personal cloud services, or if malicious or dangerous files are downloaded, this can cause real damage to the company. And the second one is the lack of productivity. The fact that devices are used for work as well as for personal life can lead to a sharp drop in productivity through emails, various social networks like Instagram, Facebook, like that, WhatsApp or SMS exchange, for example, and it's therefore important to implement an appropriate policy to limit this risk, sorry, which we will look at now with Lorraine.
Thank you, Roman. Now we're going to talk about the BYOD strategy, as Roman told you about, how to secure data via BYOD strategy. So BYOD means bring your own device. So it's a BYOD strategy is the fact of authorizing your employee to use its personal device to access professional data. So in BYOD mode, the device appears split in two. You have the personal part accessible to the employee and the professional part managed by the company, where you have, it's really separate in two. You have two different parts, one personal and one professional, to separate the professional and personal data. In the personal profile, there is no change for the end user, for the employee that has the device, because it's his device. So there is no change for him in the personal profile. This profile is only visible to the employee, who is the device owner. The employee can see its installed app, its phone conversation, its messages are visible only to the employee, but are not visible by the company. The company doesn't have any visibility on those apps. The only thing that the company can do is pre-configure Wi-Fi networks and password, and that's it. The company does not have the control on the personal profile. It only can manage password. So it means the password to unlock the device and the password to unlock the profile, the professional profile. But it just, the company can manage the type of password, the length of the password, but not the password itself. It's still the employee that configure the password itself. And also the company can pre-configure Wi-Fi, as I told you. It means that it can enter the password code on the MDM solution. So it will be already configured for the user without him knowing the password. And for GDPR reasons, the MDM does not allow for geolocating or remotely taking control of the device. On the work profile, or also called the professional profile, it's managed by the company. So the personal one is managed by the end user, and the professional one is managed by the company. Which means that the company on the MDM solution, on the platform, the company, the administrator, can push apps, documents, contacts, Wi-Fi, all the information that will be important, all the professional information that will be important for the user. You push it on the MDM solution and push it on the professional part. There is something to differentiate personal and professional apps. It's the icons. You will see as the user of the phone, you see special icons that look like suitcase at the top, at the bottom right of the app, that tells if it's a professional or personal application. The employee can pause its professional profile. So it can say if it's the weekend, if it's late at night or whatever, it can pause the work profile, so it won't receive any notification coming from the professional part. And also, the employee can delete the work profile if it leaves the company or anything. You can delete the work profile because it's its own personal device. Regarding the WPCO strategy now, it's a bit different. WPCO means work profile on company-owned device. WPCO strategy is the fact of providing a professional device that can be used by the employee for personal purposes. So it's not, it's the opposite of the BYOD. On BYOD, it's a personal device with professional access. On the WPCO strategy, it's a professional device where you let your employee have personal access. In WPCO mode, the device is also split in two. However, it is the company that links the device to the MDM and not the employee who needs to install the MDM from its device and scan a QR code. Because in BYOD, as it's a personal device, it's the employee who do the manipulation to install the MDM. In WPCO, it's the company who configure everything on the software and links the device to the MDM at the beginning. So in fact, the device is enrolled at the beginning with the MDM solution, and then it's given to the employee. So in WPCO, the company can manage the authorized application that will be on the device. It manages also the password, as in BYOD, so the password to unlock the device and the password to unlock the professional part. The company also manages the connectivity settings. So it can prevent file access via USB, manage Wi-Fi networks, manage Bluetooth, manage airplane mode, so the connectivity settings. And also the company can manage the security settings. It can remotely reset the device, prevent the addition of Google accounts on devices if needed, put an FRP protection. So FRP protection is linked to Google. I don't know if you heard about it. It's a protection where you can, if you reset a device, you will need to enter a Google account that was used before on the device. If you don't have this Google account, you won't be able to access the device. So it's a big protection. As for the user on the device, the user can install its personal application from its private Play Store. User can have its own contact, communicate privately without the company seeing it. It can pause its professional profile at any time, and it can reset the device if necessary. So it's as in BYOD, there is a personal and a professional part, that the user have access to all its personal part, which is not visible by the company. Only the company have access to the settings of the device and the possibility to manage some settings as we saw before. And the company can reset the device, but the end user can also do it. And same as the BYOD, for personal data reason, the MDM does not allow geolocation or remote control of the device as personal data are visible. And I let Roman come back to the recap.
Yes, thank you, Lorraine. So, which difference between BYOD and WPCO strategies? So to conclude this session, we are going to briefly recap these two management modes to see how they differ. So, regarding the device ownership, for the BYOD, it's the employee, and for the WPCO, it's the enterprise. For the purchase and cost, as I explained to you earlier, and Lorraine do so, it's at the employee's expense, as in BYOD, it's the device of the employee. And in WPCO, it's at the company expense. For the device management and control, for the BYOD strategy, it's management limited to the work profile. And for the WPCO, almost there are almost total control within GDPR limits. And the last point, technical support. For the BYOD, it's an internal support complicated by an heterogeneous fleet. And for the WPCO, sorry, it's an internal support simplified by homogeneous fleets. And it's the end of this session. So thank you so much for coming and for listening. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We are here to answer. Lorraine, I think we don't hear you.
It's okay now?
Yes.
Sorry. I was just saying thank you for coming to this webinar, and feel free to ask any question you may have on the chat. I see one question. Can we see what the employee is doing within their apps? No, you can't see what an employee is doing within their app, either if it's professional or personal part, and no matter the management mode you choose, BYOD or WPCO, you don't have any visibility on what's happening on each app. It's something the MDM enables to manage the device, but not the apps itself. So you won't be able to see what someone is doing on an app. So regarding this part, you don't have any access, and you also don't see you in WPCO or in BYOD mode, you won't see the apps that are downloaded by the end user on its personal Play Store. If it's an app downloaded from the MDM solution, from the platform, you will see it. But if it's an app that the user install itself from its own Play Store, you won't be able to see it. It's its private life, no matter the strategy. I hope it answers your question.
I see that we have another question, so I can answer it. So it's which strategy do you recommend using? It depends on your needs. If you don't want to buy the equipment and don't want full access to the device, you can go with BYOD mode. But if you prefer on the other hand, to have more control over the device, WPCO will be best because, as we said, it's still a professional device. So it really depends on your needs. But if you want, you can check our website and find a lot of information about these two management modes.
Also, for information, you will be able to see it on our website if you're interested in it. But we are going to have a new TinyTalks on January 22nd. We have two sessions, one at 3 p.m. and one at 11 a.m. Central European Time or Pacific Standard Time, as you prefer. So feel free to come in this session if you are interested in it. But we will send it to you. You will receive it by email after the session, and you will be able also to see it on our website. We spend a lot of time talking, so we have to cut the session. If we didn't answer all your questions, we for sure we saw it after, and we will come back to you and answer. So no problem. If you have any other question, we will be able to answer. And if you think about a question we didn't answer here, and you want to talk to us about after, feel free to contact us on our email address sales@tinymdm.net or on our website. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And see you next year.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.